Sorghum and millet beer in South Africa. In South Africa, sorghum and millet beers hold a rich history and cultural significance. Known locally as umqombothi in Xhosa and mqombothi in Zulu, these traditional brews have been a staple in African communities for centuries. The brewing process involved fermented grains, primarily sorghum and millet, which are indigenous to the region and well suited to its climate. Historically, sorghum beer was not just a beverage, but a breakfast-on-the-run type of food for the workforce, as well as being a central element in social and ritualistic gatherings. It was often brewed by women and consumed during these ceremonies, celebrations, and community meetings, symbolizing unity and tradition. Even today, in rural areas, traditional brewing remains a respected craft, with recipes and techniques passed down through generations. In contrast, the introduction of commercial breweries in the 20th century marked a significant shift. Companies like United National Breweries and South African Breweries began producing sorghum beer on a larger scale. United Breweries, for instance, produces the popular brand Chibuku, which has a big following across Southern Africa. SA Breweries, known for its clear beers, also ventured into the sorghum market, making it more accessible to the urban populations which were growing. The consumption patterns between sorghum beer and clear beer highlight an interesting cultural dynamic. Sorghum beer, with its lower alcohol and thicker consistency, is often enjoyed in communal settings, emphasizing tradition and shared experiences. They would share a large vessel from person to person, each having a big sip around the table or the gathering. On the other hand, clear beers like lagers and ales are more prevalent in urban areas and among younger populations, symbolizing modernity and social status. In recent years, there's been a resurgence of interest in traditional brews as people seek to reconnect with their heritage, also because the youngsters want this remembrance. This growing appreciation not only supports cultural preservation, but also promotes sustainable agricultural practices benefiting local farmers. These big breweries are now sponsoring local farmers to grow millet and sorghum. Thus, sorghum and millet beers remain an integral part of South Africa's diverse beer range and bridging the past and present. My only experience with this type of beer was when at university I worked in a bottle shop, selling it to the black people of our town. It has an awful taste and smell, much like a baby being sick all over you, and I would have to go home after work and scrub from top to bottom to rid myself of this smell before visiting my girlfriend. It was sold in coated cardboard cartons. The cartons had a small breather hole in the top because the beer was still actively fermenting when we sold it, and it always leaked out.